Hello ladies and gentlemen, Sumi back here with another episode of Slay the Spire. This will be number 7. So, I took a break, I had some coffee, I thought about it a little bit, and read a little bit on the Reddit, or the subreddit rather, and I think we're going to do something a little bit different with this run. We're back on the Ironclad. We're going to go a little bit slower. That might end up forcing us to have to split this into a couple of parts, maybe floor-based, but I'd really like to slow it down a little bit and really discuss what we're doing, and maybe get a win as a result. I get the feeling that I'm kind of stuck in whatever mindset I had when I stopped playing, and it might be causing me to potentially choose cards or not choose cards that might actually benefit me based on my bias. So let's just go ahead and start it up. Very first thing, let's have a look at this. Is this necessary? I want to kind of question all of my decisions up to this point. Very first one is this necessary? Would I be better off taking the max HP? In this case, I think so. My reasoning being, I don't think I'll get a whole lot out of the normal enemies having 1 health, and there's no chance of me getting a free boss out of it. So what if we just skip that and take the 8 max HP? We've done it, game saved, we've committed. So, I've read a lot of people saying that pathing is one of the most important keys to success, and I think I'm right as far as campfires being like our priority, and question marks being kind of like a gamble. So, we want relics. First floor bosses are fairly easy, I think. We want to look at campfires. So we've got campfire, shop, campfire. We also want to at least fight a few enemies to get some cards on our deck. So campfire, 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 campfire. This path gives us 4 total campfires. Seems good. This path gives us 2 campfires, a shop, 2 shops. But the only way we're getting the maximum number of campfires is by one of these routes. Now, do I want to fight 4 enemies or 3 enemies? So it's really a toss-up between consistency and RNG. Let's take the RNG route. I think we'll do question, depending on what we get for a card choice here. 3 strikes, so far so good. My hope is that this either episode or collection of episodes doesn't just bore everybody to pieces. I think in the long run it'll be good to take this time now to figure things out so I'm not just making the same mistakes for the next 10 episodes, especially because I'm recording so many in one sitting. 27 damage. I can't kill you, but I can do quite a bit to you. One thing I want to take a hard look at is whether or not Bash is actually bad. I think it is. 2 cost for 2 vuln seems bad, but it might actually be worth keeping if we're doing something that vulnerability scales off of, or if we get any good cards for scaling up. Body Slam I might have actually been underrating. It seems like it's a 0 cost damage card. It seems good. However, I think I want a Clash just because it makes these elite fights a lot easier. We've got 4 defends, so already we're a little bit better off than most classes in terms of skill versus attack. So I think our odds of getting to use Clash are fairly good, and it kind of rewards us for defending, which is never a bad thing, I don't think. what if I just bash you dead and strike? So next turn I think I'm likely to get a chance to just clash him for 14. Yeah, so let's just defend. Pretty straightforward play, I think. From what I was reading, it seems like I've got several of the nuances roughly correct, and then I might be making a few mistakes as well. I get the feeling that somewhere along the line, I am biasing towards certain cards and against other cards. Like, maybe Cleave isn't as amazing as I thought it was. But I mean, since I'm removing strikes and stuff early, this gives me leeway to keep like the same ratio of defends versus strikes. So if I just swap a Cleave for a defend, it's probably okay. This becomes my choice of exhausted card. This might actually be good for all the wounds and dazes and stuff later on. I don't think Sword Boomerang is an option without prior setup. For now, for the sake of the first floor, let's take a Cleave. Please let that be the right answer. How quickly can we take that out of our deck? Not at all. I'm gonna have to say no. We're already getting enough gold from fighting things, and one of the comments that I saw on Reddit was saying that curses are generally not worth it. That person might have been wrong, but I mean, I'm willing to give it a try, just for the sake of winning. Heavy Blade. Heavy Blade is situational, I think. Unless we've got strength in our deck, it's probably terrible. Do we want to go with that? Or do we want the more consistent Warcry? I think I want Warcry. Let's just go with the, let's just set ourselves up for success later, I think. This seems viable. Let's just kill the 9 damage off, I think. Are we taking any? We're taking a little bit, I think, but not enough to be concerned with. We might be able to finish this fight without any major HP loss, I think. Let's Warcry. Let's Cleave. And I think we want to just lower his health and maybe kill him with like a Cleave strike combo at some point. Whereas this guy we can just strike next turn. Well, maybe not next turn actually. We'll see. Okay. That's fine. That works. We lost some HP after all, unfortunately. Demon form. Is this good? It's clunky is my problem. It's 3 cost. How is our deck set up for this? We've got Clash. We've got Warcry to kind of like work with it, I think. Disarm seems good, but maybe it's not as good as I'm giving it credit for. Like 1 enemy buff and it's no longer anything. So it just slows down scaling a bit. Might be good on a boss, but if it's a boss with minions, not so much. Reckless Charge rather. It's a free 10 damage upgraded, but I think we want to just take Demon Form. It's kind of a defining moment here. Not only can we take Demon Form, we can also upgrade Demon Form right off the rip. So maybe we just do that. I think we just do that. I think we're gonna try to like form our deck around Demon Form probably. Let's just kill the biggest one with the most damage now. Not that it's too important, since I think they mostly all die next turn. there it is, but I don't think it's the right time to use it. And that's why. So we're still maintaining our 78 health. Good. Okay, now we're at an important point here. Put a card from your discard pile on top of your draw pile. This might be better than I was giving it credit for. This might just be an obvious take. And Pommel Strike might actually just be like a not an obvious take after all. It's much better than a strike, but I haven't decided yet whether it's actually worth putting in any deck. Meanwhile, this could become something important later. And what I was saying was that maybe Demon Form works well with Defends, since you're kind of turtling a little bit. Let's follow that train of thought. I want to see how Body Slam works. I'm not much of a Body Slammer, so maybe we can learn something here. Let's go ahead and make it free as well. So what I'm thinking is, like, we gotta play these Defends so we can clash, and then we can also Body Slam for free, and these are both free now. So is Warcry, so Demon Form is a little more playable. Potentially. Sure, can every time you play 3 attacks in a single turn gain a strength. Alright, that's cool. It's probably a top tier relic. What do we want to do here? We've got 2 campfires. Let's... Wow. Okay. Merchant card removal service now always costs 50. That's fine. I don't know if it was worth all of our HP for, but I think it probably was. Lose Gambler's Brew. What is that? Yeah. Oh yeah. Future card rewards have 1 additional card. That's good, but it might also be bad. We might be forcing more analysis on ourselves than we're ready for, but for now let's just heal. That puts us at a nice number to get back to close to full health before the boss fight. I think I can just kill this guy fairly easily. Like if we just defend, strike. Let's just Warcry for the hell of it. There we go. Okay. Huh. Oh, that's not good. Demon Form's kind of a pain in the butt whenever you've got all this stuff on the way. I guess we'll just set up for next turn. Okay. So defend is obvious, I think. Actually, defend wasn't obvious. What am I thinking? I could have killed him this turn. It's 3 AM. Let's let that. That's my free one for the run. Okay. Now we can Heavy Blade, and that's like our win condition with Demon Form, I think. I'm not 100% sure. We can Clash, and that's just more free damage. I think we want to Heavy Blade. Maybe Clash isn't as strong as I'm giving it credit for, because if you have like Dazed or anything like that in your deck, I guess it becomes kind of a moot point. Let's put you back. Do we take 12 here? I don't think we do. I think we just take 9. What if we just do that instead? I just don't take anything. And And maybe we'll get away with not having to heal and I can upgrade something else in a moment. That would be pretty nice. Okay. Body Slam also helps get that shuriken off, so I'm actually pretty happy about that. Armaments. I think armaments is okay, but at the same time, 5 block is just not doing it for me. Upgrade all your cards is nice, but I mean, I'm playing in a way that kind of calls for me to upgrade everything anyway. So how about Iron Wave instead? I think Iron Wave requires an upgrade to be good. I really think that Heavy Blade is probably the way to go here, just for the multiplier. 1 strength is like 5 damage, so each demon form that we get off is 15 damage. Let's do that. Let's just focus on it. Somebody can tell me if I'm wrong later on. Something like this. Now, do we want to try and split him before he does his big boy smash? Or do we want to try to out-block it? At the moment, it's looking like... Let's go ahead and take this just for the shuriken proc. I've got to remember to keep track of that. It's looking like I'm not going to be able to split him, but I've been wrong before. A Heavy Blade might make a difference here. I think I would rather set myself up for like future success and just let him hit me for 35. Maybe I'm insane, but I'm gonna probably use Vulnerable at some point along with Heavy Blade to just try to clap him. Something like this would not work in Ascension later on, I don't think, but for now, this option's strangely enticing. What is he doing? Nah, we're just gonna sit on it for now. Okay, that seems like it was the right call. Maybe not. Let's do... I don't know why I just played that slime instead of just dealing damage to him. Okay, well... I think this is fine. Probably. 25 health. It's nothing to sneeze at, but it's nothing that I can't handle in one turn, I don't think. Actually... Wowee. Wait, oh, this gets gained from strength. That's so good. Okay, now we're looking something. Limit break. Okay, if I do this, I have to commit to playing like slow and just building up strength. If I do this, I can kind of commit to just being fast, I suppose. Bludgeon's too obvious. Let's try to work on playing technical, I think. How does this upgrade? Into not exhausting. Excellent. Okay. I, in good conscience, cannot choose the Snecko Eye. I almost thought about doing it for the memes, but we've got a goal, so let's focus on that goal. Healing for 9 health is meh. Gain start of combat, shuffle 2 wounds into your draw pile. So hear me out. I think we're going to take Mark of Pain, and I think we're going to try to find some way to discard. We've already got Warcry, so if I have to, I can always put it back in the draw pile and just pray I don't get 2. Let's do it. Let's do exactly that. Okay. Now then, our next question is, where are we going? Let's decide on a route before we stop the video. And then once we've decided on our route, we will jump right into the next episode. So, floor 2 elites are nothing to sneeze at. We probably are going to need some campfires because our deck is coming together into something coherent, something like that. But we're not there yet. We still need some way to comfortably play this. And all we've got is a few 5-costs or 5-block defends and an Iron Wave. So our goal here is to Demon Form, Turtle Up, and Limit Break as many times as possible. And then just Heavy Blade for hundreds of damage. We've got 321 gold. I think we're going to have to shoot for this shop here. Maybe take the question marks to see what happens. We'll follow the fire route. If we're really strong at this point, we'll fight the elite for a relic. If not, we'll just upgrade. Got another campfire, but we've also got, well, these are actually basically the same. One just has an enemy versus a question mark. So let's commit to starting here, following up, question mark, campfire. We'll figure out which of these we want to do once we get to this guy. I think we're gonna go shop, fire. No, we're gonna go fire, question, shop, question, fire, and then we'll fight this guy. Okay, that's our plan of attack. So for now, thanks for watching. Let me know what you thought, and I appreciate your time, everyone. Take care.